Good evening. How are you guys doing today? Very disappointed and utterly kind of disgusted in the long run, in the long grand scheme of things, of the results of Florida State taking on Stanford. And I know some people will use the natural excuse, well, it was a West Coast game and these conferences aligning and all this different things. We've been out west, played in the Sun Bowl. We played in numerous Fiesta Bowls. We played in the National Championship game in the Fiesta Bowl. We played in the BCS National Championship game at the Rose Bowl and the Rose Bowl against Oregon. So if the coaches and coaching staff felt like that was going to be a problem, they should have done what Jimbo did when they played Georgia Tech in 2015, left a day earlier. So it's really no excuse because we have a very well-paid staff, very well-paid coach, and some of these players making king ransom. So when I look at a game like this and you drop it 20-13 and literally, and I mean you only have 240 passing yards from your quarterback, 70 yards from your running back, 100 yards from Makai Danzy, and the starting quarterback or the quarterback that played had 90 yards. This was an upset in the making, and it kind of encompasses how Mike Norvell runs his team, and it's really, really frustrating. It really, really is frustrating, and for me, it's just, I cannot believe this. I was at work about to double over and actually came out and got my lunch, and I'm sitting here and I'm just looking at this score like this cannot be. Like, man, this cannot be real. Like, how do we get in this situation? How do we put ourselves in this situation? How do we go from here? So I'm not going to go into this a lot longer. I just think it's very, very frustrating that we did not execute the way we needed to execute in this game. A lot of mistakes, a lot of sloppy play, and it's just very, very unfortunate that we did not get this game done. And like I say, as you continue to look, as I'm continuing looking through the stats and looking at all the things and gathering the facts on this game, it's just unbelievable to see that we lost to Stanford. Like it is. It is definitely unbelievable to look around and see that we lost to Stanford. And like I say, we got a lot of touches to some running backs. Overall, we had some receivers touch the ball. Deuce Robinson, 4 catches for 98 yards. Like I say, we need to lock in Makai Danzy for next year. Pretty solid effort by the defense. And then you look at what Stanford was able to do. One quarterback had 90 yards. One quarterback went 6 of 12 for 71 yards. Running back, 28 carries, 118 yards. And then they had 2 receivers go over 60. How did they do it? How did they get this done as one of the worst teams in football? And mind you, this team has an interim coach who clearly does not want the ball. And we had 444 yards of total offense, 22 first down. We were 8 of 18 on third down and 1 of 3 on fourth down. And they dominated time of possession. We had 13 penalties, and we rushed for 133 yards to their 132. So when you look at this, this was an upset of epic proportion. This is a failure on your coach, your coaching staff, players, administration, fans, everybody, alumni and boosters. This is an utter failure on an epic level. Like this is Mike Norvell. To me, this is probably just as bad as losing to Jacksonville State. And I'm not trying to jump on the guy, pile on him, but you can't have this. You got to be ready to play. You got guys getting paid a lot of money in the NIL. You just got a new offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator, and you're making a lot of money, even though you were forced to make almost half or more than half of your year's salary to the, Battles Inn, or you had to donate it to maybe the building fund. But it's crazy to me to know that we went out to Palo Alto at 9:30 on their time, which is 7:30 our time, and could not get it done. Could not get it done. And I want to apologize for that. 9:30 my time, 7:30 their time, I want to say, because they're 2 hours behind us. So it is utterly gutless. And 26,000 in attendance. So just very embarrassed, guys. Not going to hold you guys up. Y'all give me y'all thoughts. I mean, I'm just frustrated because how do you come out there with 400 some yards, but you don't capture the W? You just, I mean, literally were undefeated headed into Virginia. The fate of the world in your hands. Game day getting ready to come watch the Hurricanes and Noles. And we really have not been the same team. Like, I mean, what are we doing out there? At what point? We got to make stops. I mean, literally, when you look at Florida State not having certain players, it's not about recruiting 4 and 5 stars. You mean to tell me in the state of Florida or just any state, you can't find a big running back that runs 4.5 or 4.49 and make him a linebacker? Maybe he's in an offense where he's not getting a lot of spin, but he's got the size, he's got the speed, he's coachable. You can't mean to tell me you can't find a tight end that can put his hand in the ground and rush the passer? Or you can't find a large linebacker, probably runs in the 4.5 or 4.6 and put him down and let him be aggressive and get after the quarterback? Like, we don't have the twitchy guys, and our linebackers cannot cover. Secondary is here to miss, but these are things you can address with your 0, even up to 5-star. These are the guys you find and you convince. You have to think about it. We've done this for years, not just with Peter Boulware, but Michael Boulware. Warwick Dunn came in as a different position. He played quarterback in high school. Peter Warwick was a quarterback. Dexter Jackson, high school quarterback. Deion Sanders was a quarterback. Like, you can find guys and put them in position that's going to benefit them. And to me, it bothers me. Like, you mean to tell me you can't find no running back that's 6'1", maybe 210, 220, and run a 4.4, qualifies for college, but maybe not being recruited at running back because he's at a team or a school that doesn't run the ball a lot, and he's probably got 400 or 500 yards, not getting a lot of offers, but you can coach this guy and develop this guy. The biggest problem I have with this coaching staff is that we do not develop players under this head coach. Well, outside of portal, most players that are recruited by Mike Norvell are not developed, and it really shows. When you're weak in these positions and you don't hit in the portal, you are going to be thin and deaf, and it's just embarrassing. Like, you can never tell me about the Bowden era. Only thing you can say about Bobby Bowden is they had a flash where they started recruiting defensive ends and playing them at defensive tackle. Once they corrected that, the defense shot back up, okay? And then obviously him not hiring an offensive coordinator, hiring Jeff Bowden. That's the only 2 knocks on him. But you never had this issue under Jimbo. Jimbo just stopped coaching and stopped developing because he wanted to get rid of certain members of the staff. He couldn't and got into it. But when you don't have quality depth, and you mean to tell me you can't find no linebacker, no big safety you can play at outside linebacker, that's a problem. Either I'm not evaluating right or I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm not going to rant too much. I'm going to move on. You guys have an awesome day. Like I say, be good, be great. Good morning, good afternoon. Somewhere it's 5 o'clock. Somewhere it's good night and good evening. And I will see you guys later. Love you.